What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here now, joined by
Somerton Mayor Gerardo, Jerry Anaya.
All right. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Get a little closer to the mic if you could, and we'll bring it towards you.
Okay.
Lifelong Somerton resident. I read that in your bio. Born and raised over there, huh?
Born in Yuma.
Born in Yuma,
raised in
yeah. Well,
Somerton,
yeah. That's where the hospital is, so that's technical.
Yeah.
But that's where your family's from, Somerton, huh?
Yes. They're from Somerton. In fact, we're 7 siblings, and all of them live in Somerton. My parents, including, and cousins, and everybody lives there.
So, what was it like growing up in Somerton?
It was like, still is. It's a small community. Everybody knows each other. It's just everybody takes care of each other, and it's still the same feel. You go to Somerton, you can feel that community, that belonging.
Mm-hmm. And you guys end up adopting Victor over here. I guess he's like adopted Somerton. But so family, definitely. Now, you said the family thing. So you experienced that while you're young? Like, how'd you experience that? Tell me a little bit about like how Somerton took care of itself.
It's just a small community, and we went to school. It was, the same classmates throughout the years. And
there's probably like one elementary school at that time?
Yeah, one elementary school, and plus we went to high school in Yuma, so riding the bus there. And
was that Kofa then? Or
Cibola.
Cibola,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I graduated in 94.
94?
High school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you're taking the bus together. So since it's a small community and you're doing so much together, everybody looks out for each other.
Yes. And, a lot of the families were migrant workers. So they would go to the same areas in California. It was Stockton, California, Planada. So all the families traveled and then came back, and most of it, the Catholic Church is big there, so a lot of people went to church.
So the same church,
yeah,
all
same
that.
church,
so community. Yeah. Now, when you were young, did you have any aspirations to be a mayor, get into politics?
No, I went to Arizona State, graduated in 99, came back to live in Somerton, and I just, just looking at some stuff that I wasn't happy with, and that's the only reason I ran for council at that time. In 2009, that was the first time.
2009, you ran, but what'd you go to school for?
Civil engineering.
Civil engineering.
Yeah,
You're an engineer today?
Yes, I've been an engineer for 26 years, so, a PE.
So you're a civil engineer, you go to school, and then you say around that time, maybe I could do something about some of these things, or like you're looking at stuff like, okay, we could do better in this, a budget here. What was it?
Yes, well, civil engineers, naturally, they understand infrastructure, budgeting, and management. So that's the reason I went into there. At that time, there was, a certain group that I felt that needed that technical, I guess, expertise per se.
So you wanted to go on there to be able to lend that expertise, to be able to help some of the economic development or some of these things that you could say, I could tackle these problems.
Yeah, just looking at the development agreements that were being done in Somerton at that time, I felt that a responsibility to go in there and try to at least lend that expertise to the city.
Okay, so then you get elected. What was it like when you first sit on city council?
It was, an eye-opener. You grow thick skin. You're not used to being criticized for everything or a lot of stuff that you feel it's unfair. But, over time, you learn to live with that, and it's part of being, I guess, an elected official. But half the people are going to agree, and a lot of people are going to disagree, and a lot of people are going to make up stuff that you feel that
because they don't know behind the scenes. They don't know what goes into it. They don't know the different policies, legislation that you have to follow, and you can't just like snap your fingers and like, okay, this is different now, or even if you wanted to. So you're there, and then how long until you become the mayor?
I was the vice mayor for maybe 6 years under Martin Porchas, is now a supervisor. Then he stepped down and ran for supervisor in 2016.
Okay.
So I served as mayor for 8 months, and I decided
as he stepped down that you were able to fulfill that position. Okay.
Yes, and there was a special election for mayor. I didn't want it at that time. I was like, no, I don't want to. But then I didn't agree with some of the stuff that was happening, so I ran for mayor in 2018, and
gotcha.
I've been there since 2000.
So you saw some maybe decisions that you would have like, I wouldn't have made that one, or I wouldn't have done that, or we're going to be headed into a place that I don't like, and so that prompted you to say, you know what, I'm going to do this because, like you said earlier, you felt a responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. That was the reason that I never aspired to be mayor, but I just felt that I needed to run at that time.
So then it goes from city council, you get a little bit of heat, but when you're a mayor, you're the figurehead now, like you're the top of the chain. So was it any different becoming mayor? Like, was there any more like hostility, or is it more gratitude?
No, it is, and a lot of it is stuff that as council we can't control. For example, the big thing there in Somerton right now is that they want another supermarket. They throw out a Walmart, and Somerton doesn't have the numbers to bring a Walmart. But there's always like rumors that the mayor doesn't want the Walmart. That the mayor's like, so the mayor a lot of times is the one that takes a lot of.
You take some of that, and then you got your thick skin through council, and the people don't know. It's very easy. You can find out Walmart has a certain okay, we'll move here if this is the demographic, these are the numbers, we'll do it. Has to be financially viable for them, then they'll make it happen. Has nothing to do with the mayor.
They know everything. They know where people shop, where people work.
Yeah.
Most of the people in Somerton work in Yuma, so they know they're going to stop and shop most likely here.
Yeah.
And what they've been telling us, we need at least 10,000 more in population, at least 25,000 people to.
It's just a numbers thing, but you get the brunt of it. Now, I know Victor is anxious to ask you some questions because you mentioned about like economic development or development as a whole, and there's some news around that as well.
Yeah, so let's talk, and we're going to take a little break in a little bit, but let's just talk about, the downtown redevelopment project, and I know that's already started. Construction just began on that, I believe, the 22nd, so Monday?
Yeah.
Sunday. So what can you tell people about what's being done in Somerton right now?
This project has been on the shelf for since maybe 2016. So at that time I was in council, and I think Porchas was the mayor at that time. So for funding reasons, we didn't move forward, but that was my goal, trying to find funding. Before Congressman Gerardo passed away, he appropriated some of his funding towards the downtown redevelopment. So that was one of the key factors there, that we were able to fund it after years of working towards it. And it's the first phase, but it's gonna have like a welcome to Somerton sign, and then make the area more pedestrian friendly, more attractive to that will attract business and attract people go to downtown. It still has a configuration of Highway 95. It was still constructed by ADOT, so pedestrian wise, it's not going to. It hasn't been that way. So we hope that this is going to attract more people to downtown and more businesses, make it more attractive, more walkable, more pedestrian friendly, more aesthetic.
Yeah, because we know, and do we want to take a break first?
You could get us. Want to lead us to break, Victor?
Yeah, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about redevelopment in Somerton.
All right, you're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
This is Border Radio, KOFA, your passport to your global destination for music. We are your local public broadcasting station that can be heard through your radio at 94.7 FM, 1320 AM, on the KOFA app, and at borderradioaz.org.
Today's day sponsor is Dave Nash, who wishes to thank Dave Reek and congratulate him on his retirement. Dave's stewardship of KAWC and launching of Border Radio are contributions to this community that will endure and blossom in the years to come. Thank you, Dave, for all you've done for Western Arizona, and good luck on your next chapter. Arizona Western College invites community members to strengthen their Spanish language skills through its conversational Spanish course beginning July 20th at the AWC Reskilling and Technology Center. Participants will develop vocabulary, pronunciation, and everyday communication skills. More at azwestern.edu under events.
Turn on Border Radio KOFA 94.7 FM and cross musical borders every day. From new indie discoveries to timeless classics, listener-supported Border Radio brings you music you won't hear anywhere else. Live, local, and online at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here joined by
Somerton Mayor Jerry Anaya, and we're talking about redevelopment in Somerton, and that's something that's been going on, right? It's not just been a few years, because we talk about things like the high school. I know probably since you were in high school, people in Somerton have wanted a high school of its own, and that just came in like 3 years ago. And so talk about what that means for like community and building community and strengthening community.
Yeah, we were the biggest city in Arizona without a high school, and in 2007 it was supposed to be funded by the School Facilities Board, but of course this is all the politics, so a lot of the funding used to go towards Maricopa County or Pima County. That's where the votes are at. So it was something that the community worked hard for it. Yuma Union High School passed a bond back in 2018, or I don't remember when it was, but the Somerton community formed a committee to start fundraising towards a high school. The city also had an MOU with the high school with property and irrigation and everything. So it was something that it took a lot of advocacy also at the capital level. At that time, the Yuma Union High School didn't have enough to build a high school, and the facilities board didn't fund it. So it was a group of us that went to the Capitol, and finally in Governor Ducey's last budget, he included the high school. So we are grateful for that, because it was something that it was included in his budget, and it wasn't. So it was a good thing. It was a lot of just behind the scenes, working, advocating as a community, not just in Somerton, but all of Yuma County with the Yuma Union High School Board. Even the Yuma mayor helped out through Forefront. So it was something that we are glad that we have it. It's Somerton was established in 1898 and didn't have a high school. Now, for the first time last season, we had Friday Night Lights in Somerton. Wow. That was a great thing. It was just
very cool.
For us that grew up there, it was a big emotional thing.
Yeah, and the first graduating class is going to be next year, so that's another milestone for Somerton. Speaking about community, and people know Somerton is called the best little city in Arizona. And there's events that people look forward to every year. We have 4th of July coming up, and we can ask you about that. But a lot of people in Yuma County, winter visitors, go to Somerton for the Tamale Festival. And that's like your, child, right? Talk about El Diablito and the group that, behind that.
Yeah, it was a group of us that went to ASU, and we wanted to start a scholarship fund. And the Tamale Festival we started with a Halloween party. We were young. We were in our 20s, so we had a big Halloween party. People here in the county remember it. We had it at the Cocopa. We had it at the Quartermaster Depot. A lot of people went, and a lot of people still ask, "When are you bringing it back?" I'm like, "No, we're old now. We're 50 years old. We're not cool anymore." So, but the Tamale Festival was started, and it just the first year is 2007, and everything, all the tamales and everything went sold out in 2 hours. So
the first one, everything sold out in 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. So now it's one of the premier events in the county and in the state too. It was by the Arizona Republic. It was named one of the top 20 events in Arizona, so it's known. And we go to state conferences as elected officials, and they know about the Tamale Festival.
Yeah.
We have every year. For the first time, we had the governor come to Somerton.
Governor
we never
Hobbs.
had a governor come to Somerton, and the Tamale Festival made the governor come to Somerton. And I would invite I invited the previous governor and this governor, and finally they came. And also we've had senators, Congress people. So it's an event that it's known across the state, and even in California, we get a lot of people from San Diego and from El Centro. GYGC has a Placer AI that can track people that come from other parts of the through their phone. So a lot of people from Imperial Valley and San Diego come to the festival.
It's that guy from that works for the county. When he was on, he mentioned that it was his first experience when he got here was a Tamale Festival, and that was like that sealed the deal for him. He's like, I want to move here now.
Yeah.
After taking those tamale. Now, how does it grow? Like you said, the first one you didn't know what you're getting into. How'd you like? Okay, next one we got to do this different, or what? Tell me a little bit about that.
It just takes a lot of hard work. We are a group of about 30 people just committed, and what we get, the feedback that we get from people is that it's well organized, it's very safe. We've had it since 2007. COVID year we missed it, but it was about 20 years, and we've never had an incident. And
very cool.
People go there, and you always hear that the Tamale Festival is, people enjoy it. And before that, not a lot of people used to go to Somerton. Us that grew up here knew that Somerton was known for other stuff. Yeah. So the Tamale Festival helped to bring people. It changed the face of our city.
Absolutely.
And people go, and our business are happy because, of course, initially they were not happy that we closed the main street, but now they say that it brings people, and then in the weeks after the festival, more people come.
People start to see it like, okay, that's available. I didn't see that over. Now I know this is available. This shop's right here. Oh, I got to go visit that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the first festivals, people, from work that would invite, is it safe to park on the streets and this and that? And now they know they can park anywhere. Yeah. And we know that. People that grew up there, you can walk anywhere in Somerton and feel safe at any time. And it was back then, and it still is.
You guys definitely do a good job with that. I got to be a judge one year. I was a judge for the tamales. That was really cool for the radio station. And my only one thing is bring back MC Magic. I know he's coming, the Kachan's bringing, but bring him back. I loved it when I got to see him perform over there.
Yeah, and I just want to say about the redevelopment in Somerton, if you go down, for people that haven't been down Main Street in a couple weeks, there's just in the last couple weeks, like last month, there's been like new businesses opening or reopening, right? The Circle K is new and expanded. There's a new Chevron. There's a McDonald's in Somerton, Johnny.
Yeah.
You got to go get your Big Mac, support Somerton. And then there's something else coming on that's Bodega 23.
Yeah.
In the old A5350 location.
Are you guys pretty excited about that?
Yes. I've been talking to Ruben. Since he moved to Yuma, and I'm like, hey, you should move to Somerton. And at one time, he was talking to one of the building owners there, and it just wasn't the right time. He was opening the Yuma location, but now one of the things that the city of Somerton takes pride in is our flexibility and working and bringing, because
working with the business to make things are advantageous for them.
Yes, we don't have a lot of business knocking on our door, so this is something that we work with different businesses. They where La Bodega is going to move in, that's a city-owned building.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we have an agreement with him that he can buy in 5 years. So it's something that we incentivize and work with him.
And Ruben does things, he goes big. So it's going to be something really big for Somerton.
Yes, I went in there, and it looks beautiful. It's like TVs, and just the design looks very clean.
Very cool. I'll have to check it out. We have a couple minutes left, but I want to ask you quickly. The Cocoa Pass Somerton Fire Department just celebrated, I believe, 25 years. What would you like to share about that?
That's a unique partnership. It's as far as we know, it's the only one in America where a municipality and a tribe have a fire department. So it's been going on for 25 years, and it helps the city because small municipalities, we always have budget restraints and it's just hard, especially with the public safety part, because there's no accounts. You have water, you have your sewer that have enterprise accounts, but public safety, it comes from our general account, so it helps. They fund 30% of our fire department, and we serve their communities, and it's just it's been a great partnership. It's very, very good for our community of Somerton. We say the Cocopa is also community of Somerton. They've been there before us as we're Somerton. We went to the same schools, and that's our community.
All right. So when is the re-election time?
It's July 21st. July 21st. That's I'll know after the primaries if I'm in or I'm out. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you, man. I really appreciate it and everything you're doing for the city of Somerton, man. It sounds like a lot of growth is happening.
Yes. And so, time for the legal read?
Yeah, it's time for that. Okay, let me get that out. No, I'm good.
Okay, go for it.
What's Up, Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. We want to thank our engineer, Talon Gonzalez, along with Anthony Arnales, Juan Garcia, Dave Reek, and Cecilia.
You can find out more about KOFA at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. Stay tuned for KOFA's Midday Music.
And on tomorrow's program, we will have Adam from Solid Family Tattoo.
You can listen to the podcast version of our program and check out past episodes anytime at kawc.org/podcast/What's Up Yuma Radio. And thank you, Jerry, for being here and sharing. There's a lot going on in Somerton, so check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward, every year, looking forward for the Tamale Festival. That's the definite destination.
And 4th of July before that, which is celebrated on July 3rd in Somerton.
Okay.
So if you don't have any plans July 3rd, check it out in Somerton.
We'll have a drone show and a fireworks show.
Oh, a drone show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know about that.
Yes, and live music and good food.
All right. Always a good time. Well, thank you once again. And with that, we will see you guys tomorrow.